Syria's permanent representative to the UN Security Council, Dr. Bashar Al-Jaafari, said in a statement that the Syrian government is doing its best to bring those who perpetrated Al-Hula massacre to justice. Al-Jaafari stressed that Syria is facing armed and trained terrorist groups that are supported by some regional countries. He added that reaching a solution for the Syrian crisis requires stopping the support to these groups and a true political will to end violence by all sides. Al-Jaafari underlined that Syria is very serious regarding implementing Annan's plan. Russia's permanent representative to the UN, Vitaly Churkin, said that Russia is not satisfied with the implementation of Kofi Annan's plan because some parties from the opposition and other countries are working to foil the plan, in addition to the arms smuggling, which raises concern. In a reply to a question about expelling the Syrian ambassadors and diplomats from some Western countries, Churkin said that such measure would not help reaching a solution and underlined that the Syrian crisis must be solved through political dialogue. Regarding Al-Hula massacre, Churkin said that we must wait the outcome of the investigation initiated by Syrian authorities regarding the massacre. He stressed that the UN observers are following up the investigation and will present their report on this issue to the Security Council. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Gennady Gatilov said Russia opposes the convention of a new United Nations Security Council session or any other UN measure on Syria in the near future. Regarding Annan's plan, Gatilov said it is necessary that this plan be given the chance of implementation, and it is important for all outside players to exercise pressure on the opposition. Gatilov added that Russia will not allow a draft resolution at the Security Council regarding foreign military intervention in Syria. China has reiterated its rejection of military intervention in Syria. In a press conference, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Liu Yimin expressed his country's hope that Annan's visit to Syria would urge all parties to implement the peaceful solution plan and all United Nations Security Council resolutions, with a view of starting the political process and dialogue. Syria has announced the expulsion of the Dutch chargé d'affaires in Damascus. The Foreign and Expatriates Ministry gave the Dutch diplomat 72 hours to leave Syria. Spokesman for the Russian Foreign Ministry, Alexander Lukashevich, described the step of expelling Syrian ambassadors from a number of Western countries as unfruitful from the perspective of international efforts seeking to support the peaceful solution to the crisis in Syria. Lukashevich added that the countries which took this decision do not want to listen to Damascus, underlining that Russia's stand is based on firm commitment to Annan's plan, which has no alternative for the time being. The spokesman for the Czech Foreign Ministry said that his country has no intention to suspend the work of Syrian diplomats. On its part, Brazil renewed its support to dialogue with the Syrian government and underlined that it does not intend to end the mission of Syrian diplomats in Brazil. UN observers in Syria visited a number of neighborhoods in various governorates. The governor of Hama, Anas al-Naim, called on the UN monitors to be objective in collecting information about the situation in Syria. He reviewed with the UN team mechanisms of cooperation, stressing that the concerned authorities in the governorate will offer all facilities to help the UN monitors perform their task. Meanwhile, a team of observers visited the military hospital in Aleppo, in addition to the cities of Al-Hayyan and Al-Sfera in Aleppo countryside. Another team visited the sports city in Dar'a, observed crimes perpetrated by armed terrorist groups, and took pictures of these crimes. In Damascus countryside, a UN team visited Al-Hajar al-Aswad neighborhood, Al-Yarmouk camp, Saydnaya, Ma'arrid Saydnaya, and Rankous, where they met the people living there. An armed terrorist group targeted for the second time with an explosive charge a pipeline belonging to the Euphrates Oil Company in Deir Ezzor Governorate, causing fire at the site of the explosion. Authorities were able to extinguish the fire, repair the pipeline, and resume oil pumping. The company stopped oil pumping at the moment of the explosion. However, the production process has not been affected, as the company has alternative lines through which oil can be pumped till the damaged line is repaired. Earlier, the pipeline was targeted by a terrorist group on the 21st of last month near Abu Hammam neighborhood. 101 persons from Hama involved in recent events but did not commit crimes were released after pledging not to use arms again or take part in sabotaging public and private property. The number of citizens who turned themselves in to the authorities and released reached 7,000.